Everyone loves the real clients consultations videos, not the celebrities life. Who cares about that 5% of people who are getting the 5th property in the Santa Monica, or some scientists who are just winning the Nobel Prize? Let's go to the everyman, everyday's struggles in life and how astrology can help us to deliver the good message and also to change our situation. I want to focus on how the yoga is giving the effect, the outcome, and let us focus here on this Venus, Mars, Jupiter in the 8th house in the Cancer. And how to interpret this? Are we using the Karaka or maybe the Lordship? Is it more about relationship because the Venus is there, or is it more about the health and property because the Lagna Lord and 4th Lord is there? Maybe it's just the inheritance because the Jupiter is the Dana Karaka, the Karaka for wealth, per Shastras, and this is also the 8th house, which is showing the inheritance. So let us start with the 3 most important areas of life and also 3 most frequently asked questions by the clients, which is the possibility of liberation in this life, how to increase the bhakti, and which charities to donate. Just kidding, we are not in the Satyaloka, so let's go to the real stuff: finances, property, relationships. Then let us try to approach this yoga in the 8th house from different areas of life. So let us start with the relationships. At the beginning of the consultation, I was asking about the situation, which is very much peculiar to this yoga in the 8th house, and I already have seen this manifested in my previous clients and even friends. I've asked about the somehow complicated relationship when seemingly single partners turned out to be in hidden relationship or even married or engaged, which was later a big surprise. And that was confirmed by the client. So now let us see the work aspect of this yoga. Know that the 7th house is all about the partnership. It may even be the partnering companies, and the 8th house is the resources of these companies. So when 7 and 8 are somehow connected, like in this case, and related to the work, we have a situation where person may access the resources of others. It could be companies as clients, and somehow modifying these resources in different ways. If it's Mars, it could be the protection, security aspect of this. And then by modification or improving these resources, it could be information or personal resources, or it could be even the articles, then this is exchanged for some profit or income. So this is how the work manifests. What would be the other external structure of what's going on? We have here the nodes, the Rahu and Ketu. This is the northern and south node of the moon, respectively, very much used in Vedic astrology. So if they are in the Kendras, 1st, 4th, 7, and 10, then we have to see their strength. If they are exalted, normally this blesses person with more spiritual approach. When these are debilitated, then there is a lot of material resources. These people are usually very wealthy. And the Kendra are the 1st, 4th, 7, and 10. These are these foundation houses. So if you have nodes in these houses, then you may be interested in how is the strength of the nodes to decide or to be aware of a blessing you may have in this life. Now, someone could say that this is stretching. Someone could say, if you are working in a corporate job, then you will have a situation when other companies are your clients, so you are accessing their resources. But really, how much this is really happening, and how much you are directly involved in that entanglement, and also, is it happening? Is it the returning motive in your life? And similarly, someone can say, yeah, everyone has a situation when we find out that our partner was engaged to someone else. But really, is it? So often happens that, for example, you are dating a few men or partners who turned out to be married later. I don't think it's so often, right? I remember this argument of stretching, of justifying, in one of the Polish streamer. He said that in astrology is always happening that we are trying to justify everything, right? So we try to, whatever is there in the life, we try to fit to this combination in your chart, right? Like there is something happening, oh, this is coming from this, or this is coming from there. Or if there is some yoga in the chart, we try to really stretch and the real life, so it's fitting whatever is in the chart. This argument is more for psychologized or subjective or relative astrology, but when our predictions are related to the objects, which can be this and cannot be that, like in this case, right? How much intense are these predictions in your life, right? You may really work in companies that are accessing other resources. It may be really prevailing factor of your professional life. It may be really outstanding. Similarly, this thing about this dating married partners. This can be really something which is not default, which is not average, right? This could be really something outstanding in your life. When you will recognize that there are these outstanding features in your life and they are recognized in your chart, they are really seen in the specific combination in your chart, and this becomes very convincing that Vedic astrology is really reflecting the faces of our karma. So now to say a bit more, this person is a lawyer working as a manager in personal data security, right? So we have this Jupiter, Venus and Mars, right? So this wouldn't fit for everyone. And when we have this combination to the 7 and 8, then this partnership and other people resources are also becoming important part of that whole story. Now, if we want to stretch, right, this real life prediction, then we would go to our standard Arudha Lagna, 10th from moon, Navamsha, Dashamsa. 10th from moon is at Mercury in the 7th house. This is showing how this is starting. This is starting by going into these agreements and deals. We have this Arudha Lagna, which is showing the sector, right, in which you work. We have this Jupiter, Mars and Venus aspecting that Kumbha Arudha, Aquarius Arudha Lagna. Then we have this Navamsha, which have this Venus and Mars, with the 10th lord from the moon aspecting the 10th house. And in the Dashamsa, this is very interesting because we have all these nice facets in the 2nd, 6th and 10th, because these are the houses which will show your long-term work in your life, right? You will have Venus and Mars in 6th house here, which is showing this management and the working in security, especially the type of companies, the Scorpio, right? So the person is working for companies who are responsible for this personal data security. This is the Scorpio, so this is the type of company. And then we have these planets which are showing what is your responsibility, what you are doing. And we have the Jupiter 10th Lord. 10th Lord normally is showing what you were qualified for. So we have this lawyer here. And then your titles, the Venus, the manager, and Mars is also in the 6th house. Very much clear situation is there. And the person also working in this may show that the person gets there through intuition. The person is very much aligned with what the karma is giving. So this potential, the strengths were already at least partially discovered. So this is a very good situation. And sometimes people are just looking for confirmation that they are on the good path. There may be some investment of time, resources, the money, and some sacrifice of some life situation, comforts for a specific path. And sometimes the clients or our friends or our dear ones are needing this confirmation that this is what I should do, this is my path. Okay guys, if you like this video so far, please don't forget to click the thumbs up. It really helps the channel, and subscribe if you like to see similar videos in the future. And now let's go back to this analysis. And of course we can approach this yoga from the health perspective. And here we know that if Venus is afflicted, it is bringing the sugar problems and diabetes chances opening here. So Venus being the Friday, right, in the natural weekday order, we have a special rule given by tradition that the planet which is ahead is digesting the previous one, right? So we have this Friday is digesting the Thursday. Thursday is Jupiter. Jupiter is the sugar taste, right? So the Friday may have problems. Venus afflicted in the chart may show problem with the sugar. Similarly, if you have, for example, Mars related problems, then people have milk digestion problems. They can be lactose intolerant and so on. It was also giving a prediction here about the 8th house related problems, which was also confirmed. This was based on a few different here tools used. And so now we have a health. We have the work, we have the relationship, and we have the health. What is the conclusion? it shows that the yoga is really giving effects to all the areas, all the ayanas, which are the directions of life. And this is really wonderful that on the symbol, it's written in such a way, in such a system of language or translation, that it is contributing to many, many aspects of our life. You can even appreciate this artistic or aesthetic part of this, how this is nicely built, that by one yoga, this is really reflecting on or spilling, right? The karma is spilled to many areas of life. Naturally, the question about the creator, about the author, who built this very nice, wonderful system, bordering on the miracle of this translation from the symbol to the idea or energy to the conventional knowledge. Now, knowing that this one yoga will have impact or effect on all areas of life, we can find those specific places in the chart related to those other areas like health, relationship, and career life to get more details, to draw the picture to an end, see how it will really manifest with all the details, and also to see how this liquid of karma will go farther. We have some basic structure from the Rashi. Now we know that this yoga will have the impact on all areas of life, and now we can investigate the other points in the chart to get more details how this liquid will enter the specific areas of life. Okay guys, so that's gonna be it for today. I hope you find this video interesting and informative. If you do, please don't forget to click the thumbs up, it really helps the channel. And if you'd like to see similar videos in the future, don't forget to subscribe with the bell notification on so you are always notified about new videos coming. So thanks for watching till the end and being here with me on this channel. And if you'd like to see a similar chart analysis done by me related to the Vedic astrology, then please consider watching this one.